Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And this morning, I'm going to delve just slightly into these lithium-ion rechargeable batteries. They're showing up more and more in electronic devices, cell phones, laptops, radios, you name it, they're showing up. And of course, they have some good characteristics, which is they can provide a lot of current, and they usually last for a pretty long time. And they come in all forms, as you can see here. Here's the one that I'm using in my NewKanon radio right now that I'm doing a battery test on it. Here's one that I've seen in other shortwave radios. And of course, this one's says it's for a Samsung Galaxy cell phone. And then these time here, these 18650 is the number on this style. They're all over the place as far as price. If we go to eBay, and I did a search on ion batteries. So this is not just that specific one, but all kinds of ion batteries. Number one, it shows you all the form factors they come in. And then you can see a lot of these 18650 batteries. And the prices are just all over the place, especially since this is eBay and you're getting a lot of stuff from China. You know, it's just unbelievable. Here is 10 pieces. So you get 8 batteries plus the charger, or 9 batteries plus a charger for $3.22 and free shipping from Hong Kong. And like I say, the quality of these are all over the planet. I wouldn't even attempt to recommend a model or make or manufacturer. The other thing is there is a lot of, I'll call, pirating of these radios, where the sellers get these generic, did I say radios? Excuse me, batteries, and they put their label on it and, charge a higher price because they label it. Like, for instance, see if I could find a very popular one that is quite often copied, and it's not the real thing. There's chargers. I'm trying to find one here. Okay, I may have to do a search on it. Here it is, Ultrafire. Ultrafire is a very popular brand, but the problem is they get copied so much by other not so good battery makers, and so they're getting a bad name, but it's really not their fault. So you have to be very, very careful which ones you buy. I have learned the best thing to do if you're not familiar with these at all is to buy a couple of different brands and, a low quantity of each one, and then test them and try them out yourself. Okay, so here is 4 Ultrafires. Now these are 26650s. And they're all different ratings as far as their capacity. And most of them are very exaggerated. But here's 4 for $9. But I doubt these are Ultrafires. I doubt they're Ultrafires. I've gotten some of these, like this one right here. I've gotten one similar to this one. It says Ultrafire on it. They give you a charger, and it's definitely not an Ultrafire, and the capacity is really poor. So you have to be really careful. So anyway, let me go back to one other website, which is what I was interested in. I'm testing that battery that came with the NewKanon multifunction radio. And the battery is marked NewKanon. So they've taken some generic battery and putting their stamp on the battery, and that's what you get with the radio. Now, here's a website that I've used quite often. It's called Adafruit, Adafruit is a small company that supplies parts for hobbyists, be it microcomputers, sensors, batteries. They supply them at a very reasonable price, and they've been around for a couple of years, and they're very well known and liked. And they have a YouTube channel, which I watch because it's very informative. And here's a little essay they did on these batteries. And the thing that caught my eye is this chart right here. This is exactly what I was looking for. This is the discharge profile of a typical lithium battery. And they say, you know, once you've charged it, it'll be sitting at somewhere around 4 to 4.2 volts. And then as soon as you apply a load on it, within a very short time, it will drop down to about 3.7, and it stays there for quite a while. This is kind of in this area right here. And then all of a sudden, boom, it hits that knee and it starts crashing, and it usually will go down to about 3 volts and then stop. And when I say stop, some of these, the better batteries, have some internal circuitry in the battery that protects the battery from a couple of different things. One, it protects it when the battery is shorted, because these batteries will put out a lot of current when they're shorted or when they have a low resistance. And they will overheat. And as most of you have probably heard, they explode. Some of the Samsung cell phone owners can relate to that because Samsung uses these lithium-ion batteries. So anyway, so I'm going to, in addition to just listening to the radio to see if it's still playing, I'm going to, I took the battery cover off, and I can get to the plus and minus terminals of the battery while it's in the radio, while it's running, and check the voltage. And right now, after about 11 hours of use, it's sitting right here at 3.7, 3.8. So it's sitting right in this area here. So we're going to see how long it lasts. I'm going to watch it until it gets about, if I can catch it at about 3.4, because it really takes off as far as losing the voltage output right there. So I'm going to try to catch it right there, and I will stop the test so that I don't damage the battery, because I'm guessing that this particular battery may not have any protection on it built into the battery. So probably if the load stays on it, it will probably drag that battery way down below 3 volts and damage the battery. So I don't want to damage the battery, even though it's probably a very cheapo battery. So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing on our NewKanon multifunction radio and its lithium-ion battery that was supplied with the radio. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.